say we take a concrete issue. The Navy has reported that a lot of its pilots have seen unidentified flying objects.
That's a good spot. Pause on that one. As you can see, John Brennan, ex-CIA director, is being asked a question about the UFOs. Now, mind you, we've done him before, and he's always squirrely. Every time we've seen him, he's always been squirrely. He's always hiding. He's extremely nervous and stressed. So in the beginning of this, for him not to actually look at the camera and his squirreliness come through, it is not unusual.
And if you're tackling that as a CIA director or someone who works there, what is it you would sift through and interpret? How would that go?
Well, I've seen some of those videos from Navy pilots, and I must tell you that they are quite eyebrow-raising when you look at.
So he gets all tight. He's shifting himself in his chair, but he becomes a pendulum. Remember what we've said about that. All stiff, all the way through the neck, head, spine, everything. So it moves as one, as if there's no flex. Understand that he's talking to you from the perspective of what would the CIA do if they saw this? How would they take this? So keep that in mind, because it's that lawyer speak.
And you try to ensure that you have as much data as possible in terms of visuals, also different types of maybe technical collection of sensors that you have at the time. But then you also, I believe it's important to reach out into other environments and find out, well, were there any type of weather phenomena at that time that might have, in fact, created the appearance of the phenomenon that you're looking at.
And we're given a whole lot of portrayal at that moment. The shoulder shrugging, the believe me look that comes through, it's exaggerated. Even though he's being stiff because he's hiding, he's also trying to portray.
Were there some things that were happening sort of on the ground or other types of phenomena that, again, could help explain what seems to be, quite a mystery as far as what it is there. But I think the important thing for analysts to do is not to go into this type of challenge, either discounting certain types of possibilities or believing in advance that it is likely X, Y, or Z. You really have to approach it with an open mind, but get as much data as possible and get as much expertise as possible brought to bear.
So at the end of
that little sentence, he actually kind of relaxes a little bit down, folds more into himself, but his face relaxes. So he's gotten through the spiel. He's lawyer speaked his way through it, because what I'm starting to see, because you've got portrayal and you've got the squirreliness, the constant hiding, the tightness, it's like, and we're lawyer speaking. I would just assume at the bare minimum that he knows a lot more than what he's saying. And that's the lawyer speak. And then you've got the portrayal that goes with it.
all that sifting and interpreting, what do you think is the most likely hypothesis?
Now, this is the money question. So now that you've lawyered, speak us through this, what do you think is the hypothesis? What is your theory?
I don't know. You know, when people talk about...
Okay, I don't know. So we have the nervous laughter, and we have the head that goes straight down and will not look anywhere else. So before, he was trying to portray looseness. Now he will not look anywhere. And I'm only going to sit there and say, why? Because people will see the eyeballs. And I'm going to assume, in my opinion, that those eyeballs would start referencing some first-hand imagery.
About, you know, is there other life besides what's in the States, in the world?
And just that little slight thing of him looking off in that direction, they're up. He's literally looking at imagery in his brain.
The globe. You know, life is defined in many different ways. I think it's a bit presumptuous, if not arrogant, for us to believe that there's no other form of life anywhere in the entire...
So he wants to sit there and look at the camera. He's forcing himself to be the squirrely. He has trained himself to be the squirrely so people can't see. Every time he looks in that direction, we're not thinking, we're not seeing filtering, we're not seeing trying to construct a statement. We're literally looking at someone who's got some imagery and some RAM thoughts.
Universe. What that might, be is, I think, subject to, a lot of different views. But I think some of the phenomena we might be seeing continues to be unexplained and might, in fact, be some type of phenomenon that is the result of something that we don't yet understand.
And now we've gotten to the point now where we're going to put our hand on our forehead
and press our face into it. We can't really see what's going on in that brain right now. We only got short glimpses.
And that could involve some type of activity that some might say constitutes a different form of life.
But being an agnostic, you don't think it's something supernatural?
Well, supernatural, again, it's in the eye of the beholder.
So here we are into construction. We actually get to see it. So we are constructing this part.
Again, I'm not going to discount things. That's why I'm an agnostic as opposed to an atheist. I just want to leave my mind open as to what something might be.
And we're constructing, and he did some filtering. And then you sit there and see he's got some visual memories. So there is something there. It's unfortunate this man is as squirrely as he is. Of course, it's unfortunate that we don't actually get to know the truth, considering I thought the government worked for the people. Maybe we should reread that Constitution. I don't remember a CIA article in there saying that we couldn't know stuff. But you know, who am I? Just some random voter.
Episode 2 of Skinwalker Ranch has been released, and as we follow along with the reality of it, is it real or is it not? This time, supposedly, they saw something.
Oh, there it is again. There it is again. There it is again.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.